Oh, shit.
There it is. Our Shootin' the Shit theme song.
You just killed Coach
Hot
Havens.
Take Havens has never heard it before. I made sure that he heard it.
You just literally killed him.
Never heard it before.
To see his, I should have been filming his
Yeah.
live reaction.
Oh, yeah. You should have. That was fantastic.
30 seconds before we started recording. He's like, got the theme loaded up? Yeah. You guys have a theme? I've never heard it. It's so stupid.
Whose fart is that?
Let me hear it. It's one of those fake sounding.
Yeah.
Real.
I think I pulled it off of YouTube and just recorded it on here.
Oh, shit.
YouTube farts.
It's the Richard Cheese Down with a Sickness. I just pulled the intro from it.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that song since 2003.
Oh boy. What have I done?
Holy shit.
From Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
Is it really?
It is.
Yeah.
Zack
The
Snyder.
Richard Cheese one?
Yeah.
I think so. Is it?
Yeah, they
It's
do a
Richard
montage.
Cheese.
He does.
You're hung up on Richard Cheese.
Because I've never heard this, and everybody's like, "Oh, Richard Cheese, of course, Richard Cheese." Who the fuck is that?
He does lounge singing versions of like rock songs or just like pop songs in
you
general.
know
It's
him?
so good.
How do you not?
Did you not hang out in my mom's basement in 2004?
No, I didn't. I didn't listen to Richard Cheese in your
Richard
mom's
Cheese
basement.
and the Dan Band were like common in my
Oh,
mom's
yeah.
Staples.
basement.
I know the dance
Yep.
band.
There you go. You're halfway there.
There you go.
Halfway to the Richard
Whoa,
Cheese
you're
era.
halfway there. Live on a prayer.
I really need you tonight.
Oh, I heard the original song the other day on the ride
And
to
it's
work,
a disappointment.
and it
isn't
is a disappointment
It is.
when they don't say "fucking."
You want to throw the fuckins in there?
You need the fuckins.
Throw the fuck. Hashtag throw the fuckins.
Yeah, throw the fuckins.
Yeah.
Hot take, throw the fuckins Havens.
That's me.
God, so many fucking hashtags for you. You're like
30-year-old.
the hashtag bedsheet king.
30-year-old bedsheet king.
30-year-old bedsheet hashtag hash brown king.
Oh.
Oh, I wish I was a hash brown.
Hashtag hash browns.
I love hash browns.
It's like
Throw
my
some
favorite.
chocolate
Hashtag
on
hash
there.
browns.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I'm drunk.
So, Chelsea and I had a pretty domestic day today. It was pretty fun, huh?
That sounds like the cops were here.
Not
Why say it that way?
Not
Like I need a-
domestic disturbance.
Order of protection against you or something.
You run outside with your shirt off and be like, it's all her fault.
You know what's really weird? Because like we both had PTO today, but like the kids are still scheduled to kind of go to daycare. So why don't we just like show them up late, and then we'll just go do whatever.
Yeah.
And the first thing we did was go to Ashley Furniture. We're like, this is a pretty fun afternoon we got planned for ourselves. We're gonna go to Ashley
Because we
Furniture.
were being just like shitheads through Ashley Furniture and laughing about stuff in between Kyle coming to help us.
There was like 40
good
people
sales
working at that place.
But his mask was so loose that it was uncomfortable. Like,
he had a loose,
it was just
dirty mask.
hanging off his face, and all I could look at was his little nose poking out. As his,
Wait a minute. A
Too big a
loose mask?
like a loose bed sheet.
Was it
God
30
damn
years
it.
old?
That thing
God
was
damn it.
ratty looking. That
It
could have
was
been
fucking
30,
ratty.
40
I'm like,
years
I
maybe.
mean,
Are
just
you-
cut up an old fucking bed sheet.
Is he not
Oh
making
my
enough
God.
money to get a new fucking mask at Target for $5?
That's just he's trying to hit us up for that commission, you know?
He said he's been doing great though.
He's been cleaning up since that COVID hit, you know? People want to redo
Finishing
their house.
their basements.
That's a legit story
Yeah,
he told us.
We went fucking shopping today because if you're gonna shop during COVID, go on a fucking Thursday at 11 a.m. There ain't nobody
Nobody's
there.
doing nothing.
It's awesome.
That's called a parent date.
It was.
It legit was a parent date.
Yep. Katie and I have had many dates where we decided to go grocery shopping. We literally got a babysitter so we could go grocery shopping in silence.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That
it's
sounds
so
good.
blissful.
Just
It's
wait, Joel.
just so
Just wait.
blissful.
Yeah. It's great.
Just the simplest thing.
Well, I will like our dates before COVID were much more, but there's like nothing you can fucking do.
No.
Like you can't go to a movie, you can't dine in a restaurant. Like we could be like, I want to actually have a date where we're like go on a picnic or like do something fun, but like in reality it was like, well, we are already paying daycare, so you wanna You just want to like drop them off, and then we just do whatever the fuck we do in that city. I'm like, sure, that actually sounds great, because now I work from home, so I'm like, I never fucking leave the house. So yeah, Target sounds like a fucking carnival right now. And it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of money on shit I don't need.
Of course, that's what you got to do.
Every week.
Got to cope.
But you've been sick, so you like kept saying you're like, I looked at everything at TJ Maxx in one lap. I'm gonna go sleep in the car because I'm like sweating and robo tripping, and I'm like, cool story, bro. I'm gonna keep
I don't know what it
shopping.
is. So like, one of the kids brought home just like some daycare sickness because
It's a cesspool.
they were
runny
perfectly
nose.
healthy the whole time they were home with us. The minute they go back to daycare, they got some
talk about
plague,
daycare.
you know.
Great.
And they bring it home to me, and I'm just like
Miles
hacking
wants
up a
to
lung.
He sneezed in my open mouth the other night.
Yeah, if he's not sharing a
no.
cup with one of us, he's just giving us open mouth kisses. So it's just like you're gonna get
But
something.
you can tell
know?
it is genuinely like we just had like a head cold. But you don't react well to Dayquil, and I didn't know this till today. But you're just like tripping balls the whole time. But you
Not
still took
tripping balls.
You just,
I took
like,
the
seemed
recommended.
more sick on Dayquil than like a fucking just if you would just went to the store.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really glad I haven't open mouth kissed you yet tonight, Troy.
Get ready.
I was really surprised you haven't yet. We
I
all
know.
have.
Right?
That's
I haven't
the
had enough
greeting.
of these whiskey and
That's-
sevens.
We
I
don't
usually
shake
just meet
hands
people at the
anymore.
door.
We just
Yeah.
tongue kiss.
Yeah.
Through the mask.
It was kind of
Really
busy when you
dry.
first showed up, but like the first thing you do when you come in, you
Licking
just open mouth
cotton,
kiss
baby.
Troy.
Yeah, I just walk in
It's
the
like
door with my
licking
tongue
a bed
out.
sheet.
Oh, Joel, I'm glad you're here. Mwah.
Yeah.
Or like our son who just keeps his mouth open the whole time
That's
and
tongue
very
fight.
wet. Yeah, like he doesn't even care where it lands. My shoulder, my cheek.
Yeah, but
yeah, you were like tripping balls.
I took the
whole
recommended
trip.
dose of Dayquil, and that was it. And I just took it, and like in 20 minutes,
You
I
asked
was
me if you
fucked.
should just chug it, and I was like, no, just take the recommended cup dose. Because you were just gonna chug it, and I'm like,
I wasn't
going
gonna chug. I was gonna take a swig of it. That was probably
Did
like.
you get the Dayquil shiver?
Is there a Dayquil
Is it like a pea shiver?
So I'm not
God.
like so. I of course
new
I'm whiskey
whiskey?
shivers, right? Yeah. But whenever
You
I take a
shiver a
Dayquil
lot?
or a Nyquil, it doesn't matter. I'll take a swig and it'll be like 2 seconds. Then my whole body will like, ugh, and I'll give a little shiver to it.
You know what?
Little?
I think I do because
Yeah.
it does. It has like a weird aftertaste from just like ugh.
Yeah. Exactly. Your whole body just shivers.
Yeah, but yeah, I did the shot of it and put it down and just like shivered, and then in like 20 minutes, I'm
Shiver
just
Me
like
Timbers.
fuck.
We all went out to
Shiver me
TJ
timbers.
or
I'm just like
Ashton Furniture, and then TJ Maxx.
like we were like going through the furniture store and I'm like I think I'm fucked up. Like
We had fun. We were just being fun.
yeah, and then I got in the car and I'm like I probably shouldn't
We
even have
almost bought a
drove.
couch.
Like, I don't know. I was like my whole body was like going all
It
tingly.
was scary when you said that after you got out of the car. I should have drove. I'm like, oh, maybe not.
I don't know. I felt like it was like a no feeling in my face. Like I
Oh
hadn't.
my god.
I
My
had-
life was in the.
Yeah, we're here now.
Okay.
Well, the kids weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worthless.
It was
Couple
My
of
life
adults.
means nothing.
after the next stop. I'm like, I think you should drive because that was after like I'm just gonna sleep in the car.
You're a real
After
piece
you
of
went
shit.
After you went into TJ Maxx. I hate TJ Maxx. I'm gonna put that out right now. There's nothing there ever for me.
Oh, I find really good stuff.
I know you do. I do not. I do one lap,
I got
look
some
through my size of
good
pants.
stuff
I'm like,
today.
nope, nothing.
Yep.
I'm gonna go out into the car and just wait till you're done.
The men's section in TJ Maxx is far less than the women's section. There's literally probably 3 aisles
Okay.
of
I
women's
also
section.
Feel that,
There's
though, because
one
Yeah.
of men.
I will just say that I am a luscious body type. We'll just put it like that. And I'm not an extra small. Sorry, I know Molly Pop can shop there and get amazing stuff.
No.
But the clothing racks that actually have something that would fit me look like they're for like the fucking geriatric old assholes who come in. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not even. I found something today, and it's the first time I've ever found a shirt there ever. So like all the pretty cool stuff for like I don't know, normal people. No, I am fucking normal. Their clothing is like hit or miss. It's for a very specific demographic.
No, I can feel that.
I shop in the luscious section in Kohl's.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do.
It actually says luscious.
No, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
phrasing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. sorry, but I don't think it's very fair that it's like plus size or some bullshit like that. I've had 2 children. I think I'm good looking, and I'm a fucking luscious size. I don't need to look like I'm 85. You've seen it. Their stuff is fucking hideous for like anybody who isn't a, like
Chelsea, I say this all sincerity. You are a piece of ass.
Thanks. And if anybody listens to that on the show, we still are friends.
Oh my god.
I'll take it. But like they don't have like it's very hit or miss clothing wise. But like their home stuff. I always buy stuff for the kids. I fucking bought Calvin Klein shoes today for $20.
Get out of here. Those deals are off the hook.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. They're really cute work shoes. I bought a pair of snakeskin, like these other really nice brand for like $15.
Jake the Snake Sid.
They're fucking slick. Like, I can wear those definitely to a business meeting and I will look like a baller.
Oh
my God.
Like LeBron.
Jake the Snake Skin was really getting me.
Fuck you guys. Like LeBron, Jake the Snake, get the fuck out of here. I found some great shoes.
Jake the Snake.
Is that our friend Jake that you're talking about?
No, Jake the Snake.
Jakey boy.
Oh,
Anyway.
Shit the bed.
Yeah, I mean, like, but we did do something fun. Like, there's a really good, it's like a Thai restaurant, but they also own a food truck, and it's called Happy Hibachi.
Yeah.
And they do like hibachi food, but it's a good food. And
I've seen that truck around town.
I like
We
it.
caught it at the Petco parking lot today.
Where the fucking none of the fucking pets were going today. There was nobody, but they were set up, and we like
Petco's
got
a piece of shit.
kind of a piece of shit, right?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
PetSmart's better.
Ooh, shots
let me
fired,
tell you.
Petco.
Shit.
Fuck you.
We had fucking hibachi food out of the back of our car, and it was pretty great. Opened the back trunk. It was like a picnic. It was cool.
It was a picnic. See? You got
Parking lot picnic.
you got your picnic right
Your
next to
park
that
behind
sweet
corn
corn stand.
Oh, yeah, oh man. Talk
Sweet
that good old
corn.
sweet corn, huh?
I
Yeah.
didn't buy any of it. I think they didn't take cards. So.
God. Cash
They
only
do take
business.
card.
Mueller's?
Oh,
Not-
no, we're talking different.
Oh,
No,
not
not
the other
Finsel's.
ones.
Oh, I'm talking Finsel's.
Great.
No, this
For
is
your
Mueller's.
high-class
Oh,
corn.
Mueller's. Nah, I shop Finsel's.
Yeah, we were just like, fuck
Man.
it. We've gotten skunked on sweet corn all summer.
Skunked?
Every batch of sweet corn we have bought, it's either under, like, not super ripe or whatever. It's like the corn kernels are real small and shitty.
Yeah.
Like, none of it has been, never you bite into it and go, this is really fucking great.
Yeah.
Every
Chelsea,
time
you're
it's
getting the
like,
wrong shit.
we are getting the wrong shit. He's the one buying it, though.
Troy.
Oh, what
Listen,
the fuck,
last
Troy?
ones I bought were from a farmer's market right down the street.
Yeah, I mean, some high school
Here in
boys
town,
picked
huh?
some
Here
random
in
ass
town.
corn and
Jeez.
bought
You know,
it.
I thought I'd support a local farmer.
So you're
It wasn't
shitting on
that
local
good.
business.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Guess
that
what?
good.
You're farming subpar.
Oh,
Put it out
my
there right now.
God.
It was just alright.
Troy,
So,
you realize that the 6 people that listen to this will never shop there ever again.
hey, you guys finally hit 2,000
One of them being
downloads.
from one of them being from Australia.
Jude, if you ever come up here, steer clear of that farmer's market. 3 vendors there.
Not great, guys. P.S.
Come hang out with Hot Take Phony Shit Havens. I'll cook you up some good sweet corn.
Yeah.
Can
Have you ever-
please? I want some good sweet corn. I
Oh,
want it to
my
be.
God.
I want it to be redeemed for 2020.
Do you guys grill your sweet corn?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Do it in the husk? Do you do it in the husk?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
How
that's
do
the way
you,
to
how
do
do you
it.
cook your corn, JT?
A pot.
You're a piece of shit.
In a pot?
Oh, fucking shit. In a pot, you wait for a huge pot to boil, and then you de-hair all your.
Oh my god. You're so 2011.
God, you pussy.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
In a pot?
I mean, that's how we normally do it too. but-
In a pot.
He slowly lowers his open mouth onto the pop guard to say, yeah.
Pot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so would really like a redemption story for 2020 that the sweet corn does not fucking
Yeah.
suck.
We just even need to get it pretty soon, though, because that corn crop's going to go out. Does anyone else... Is this just a Midwest thing where just, like, trucks will park on the side of the street selling sweet corn and you just buy it?
Just from
guess.
Is that just a Midwest thing?
I mean, it happens everywhere.
Like, you can throw a rock and hit somebody
Well,
selling
they
sweet
ain't
corn.
growing
Yeah.
corn in like Phoenix,
And I'm sure,
so
like-
I think it probably is.
And I'm
like a
sure like
Midwest
people
thing.
from like big cities that like blows their mind where it's like, you mean they're not putting like razor blades
You
or poison in it
mean
or
to
something?
tell me you grew this corn?
Like you're actually trusting like a stranger with a truck to like give you stuff that you eat?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Some
Get
of the
back to the
time it's
source,
just
man.
like a guy's truck, and it's the honor system. It's like here's
Yeah.
a bag, like
Oh yeah.
a dozen ears of corn in a bag. Just leave $5.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
A box with a slit in it. Throw $5
That was
in it.
gross.
Yeah. I'm like amazed that still happens.
Secret code is a box with a slit in it.
It's only
Leave
sexual
$5.
because you
You
made it
sicko.
sexual.
Yeah.
I'm right.
In a pot.
It was a good day.
The other day, I was driving through town just south of here, and my wife owns a business, and
Honest
on
plug.
right on the corner, right on the corner, there was a woman that had just popped up the back of her truck with a sign, like, posted to the back of her truck window.
Left a box with a slit.
It said, "Melons for sale."
And just held them up chest high.
No, but she just
Austin
had
Powers style?
loads of cantalope.
Wow.
Did you buy
Did you
one?
get some?
No, I drove right by. I
Jesus.
can't trust this lady's skin.
Anticlimactic.
She probably put needles in them. I don't know.
Listen to you.
Pretty sure Molly bought a bonsai tree from a truck that was parked on the side of the road.
I
did.
know exactly where
I
she
know where
got
that's
that.
one of those two.
Yeah.
It's in a van on that gravel pull-off.
Yeah,
Right,
It is.
right by where the highway goes to split off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Just
Oh
a
my
random
God.
bonsai guy.
Yeah,
Did
the
go in
bonsai
there.
guy in that white unmarked van.
How's your bonsais?
It's still
alive?
alive.
Still
it's,
bonsai
I think
life?
it's slowly dying, but it's still alive.
Well, we all are, so.
Wow. Holy shit, that was
Hello,
There we
dark.
go.
darkness, your old friend.
Man.
the oldest friend I got.
snakeskin
Troy
Potter over here.
Troy going dark over here.
Fuck is Jake the Snake Skin? God damn.
How do you not know Jake the Snake?
Why should I know that?
You don't know Jake the Snake Roberts?
No.
Wrestler from the 80s, got really hooked on coke.
Why would I know
Yeah.
that? Why would I know
I
that?
guess that's a
What?
good reason. Why would I know that? That's a good
That's
reason.
true.
Yeah. Why would I know that is a good reason
For
about
a
how
lot
she
of
would
this?
not know that?
God, you guys.
That's a wrestling thing.
You kooks.
I'm your general wrestling guy over here.
Bunch of kooks. God damn it. Where do we go from here?
Oh my god.
That's a good point.
Oh,
The
Jake
only
the
thing I
Boy.
had to contribute was my Dayquil story fucking me
Yeah,
up.
you robo-tripping our day date.
Hey, I
Wasn't
got a
not
new job.
robo tripping. Oh yeah, we were
Hey,
going to talk
there we
about
go.
that.
Now I can
That was
talk
our
about
big-
it.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm pretty pumped about that, guys.
I was pretty pumped when you told me about
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
We
And your
celebrated
new
for
job
you.
stays in the theme of our show.
Short
We're
people?
doing the back
Jake
to
the
school.
Snake?
Oh,
Yes,
look at that.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it all
yeah.
works together.
Yeah, deal with Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
Jake
my
the-
new job.
Jake-
Coke. Yeah.
Jake the Snake Skin.
Coke.
I would say snake charmer, but
So yeah, leaving my job of 6 years, working with old Teapot over
Yeah.
here.
Don't say where it's at.
Yeah, I won't say anything. But we're gonna
Yeah, otherwise someone's gonna drown his dad in a lake
Oh my
because he can't
God.
swim.
Oh, but
That's a whole
Hey,
thing.
It's a whole
yeah,
thing.
start my new job here in a couple weeks as a middle school teacher.
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. You
Thank
know
you.
that?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
son of a
Thank you.
bitch.
damn it.
I have taught in the past, so it's not like brand new to me. But it's been 9 years since I've had my own classroom, so
You nervous?
nervous to say the least. Excited.
Yeah.
Nervous only because I have so much to do in such a little amount of time. I'm not nervous to teach. Like I'm fine.
You know what
teaching.
you should do? First day, pop in like a movie.
Yeah, that always goes great.
Sub style. Like,
Yeah,
welcome everyone. Here's the Magic School Bus on VHS. And
totally.
they'll
Yeah.
love it. And
Yeah.
they're going to learn a lot.
My
Here's a good
8th
idea.
grade
Don't
language
teach 'em
arts
shit.
kids. Yeah. My
Listen.
13-year-old language arts kids will love the Magic School Bus.
Hey kids, I'm kind of falling behind on the Mandalorian. I'm gonna pop this in real quick. It's for
Hey, I gotta watch this
saying.
for a podcast next week. So
I haven't watched Accepted yet,
yeah.
so I'm gonna pop this in. I'm gonna watch
Buckle up.
Accepted in the back.
we're gonna watch Accepted. See how much Lewis Black says fuck. So,
I would like all of you to take notes and give them to me.
yeah. You're gonna like it. Just be on your phones or whatever.
I would like to say that's not the teacher that I will be.
Day one, planned for you.
Just in case my new principal somehow ends up hearing this podcast.
No, you'll be a great teacher. Don't let us plan your lesson plans because it will be full of bullshit.
Oh my god, I love it.
But
just
fun.
the thought of like having to teach the youth scares me.
I think it sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a crazy thought, but it's so much fun.
Well, I'm glad you
pick
like
a tough age too. Like
Well,
middle
and
school
so when I
is
started
like, that's got to
college-
be a special.
Yeah, when I started college, I wanted elementary because I was like, oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna teach kindergartners, and we're gonna like color all day. And then as I got into college, I was like, oh, I can't relate to like kindergartners, first graders, or second graders because I realized my teaching style was a lot of sarcasm,
Yeah.
and little kids don't understand sarcasm. They think
Not
Boy.
I'm
great
doing
on
that.
it. They're very matter of fact.
Yeah.
Not great. Not great at
Sarcasm, they think
sarcasm.
you're being dead serious.
Yes, they do, and then they cry.
And yeah,
Turns out,
Yeah.
they cry a
so
lot.
I quickly realized that middle school is the place to go because high schoolers you can use sarcasm with, but they don't give a shit because they're done. Like they reach sophomore, they're like, yeah, whatever, teach. I don't give a shit.
Whatever, bitch.
Yeah. So middle school's the perfect age. Like they want to hear like your stupid jokes. They
Do
think
they?
you're cool when you say, "Hey guys, I'm the Tower of Power, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. I got style and grace and a lovely face. I'll make your back crack, your liver quiver. I'm the reflection of perfection, the number one selection, the ladies' pet, the men's regret. Where what you see is what you get, and what you don't see is even better yet." I eat T-bone steaks, I live barbell plates, I'm sweeter than a German chocolate cake. If you don't dig
fuck
this
is
mess, you're at the
happening?
wrong address, baby. Woo! Mr. Havens. And they're like, oh my god, you're a rapper. And they're like, yeah, I am a rapper.
that
Or I
what
You're
just,
like Little Nas X.
yeah. Or
You're like
369.
Lil Nas
Or I
X.
just memorized one Dusty Rhodes promo when I was like 17.
Oh, that's wrestling.
It's
I figured
totally
it had to be.
wrestling.
What other genre would it be from?
It is rustling.
Everything that I reference is rustling.
Fucker.
It is rustling.
Do you do that on the first day? You come in and rap?
I had broken that out with every single one of my classes that I've taught so far.
And were they all like,
Does it get over?
It gets over.
It's over.
It gets over with the youth.
Oh,
Get a
good.
sweet pop
I
out.
get a sweet pop out of it, man.
wow.
So yeah. But no,
I never
like
had a rapping teacher.
middle school's the place to go because they are so interested. They're just forming who they're gonna be, and like
Oh
they're
yeah.
they're so
God, it's
curious.
beautiful, though.
They're so curious about everything
Stop
in the
laughing.
world.
It's beautiful.
I couldn't tell if you were
No,
genuine or
I'm being
not.
genuine.
Yeah, they're so curious about everything in the world. They want to know everything. So their minds are wide open. And if you hit on the one thing, like they want to know more about it. The best thing I ever heard, not to
cool.
get too emotional, was this kid that I had where I taught before. And he was a very like a loner type kid.
Oh, God, you're already
he had
making
one
me
friend.
weep into
Like,
this whiskey.
shit.
No, he had one friend.
Give me the whole
And, like,
cream.
Those two kids, like, they were best friends, but he never talked to anybody else. And on the very last day that I was there, he knew I was getting let go. And on the very last day that I was there, he dropped a note on my desk and walked out.
Yeah.
Didn't even want me to know that, like,
Oh my God.
And I
I'm turning
opened
into
it.
My mother.
and it was a whole letter about how, you know, like, I don't know if you realized how much of an impact you've had on my life, but you made such an impact on me just by showing up and talking to me every day and being, like, a very, like, open
Oh my
teacher. And he thanked me. And he hit me up, like, 5 years after that on Facebook and was like, hey, man, how's it going? Just wanted to let you know I still think about you from time to time and how awesome of a
Did he
teacher you were.
graduate?
Jesus.
Does he have
Yeah, he
friends
graduated.
now?
He's got a great job and everything. Yeah.
God
damn.
Yeah. So it's things like that that's like, God, I can't wait to get back into teaching.
I could see that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like a high that you'd be chasing all the time.
Totally.
Yeah.
I hate
Totally.
teachers like that.
Just making those moments with those kids that, like, I made an impact with that kid.
School was like my safe place because like at home wasn't always great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents aren't like pieces of shit that like beat me, or I just want to make that very
Yeah, you better remember that, yeah.
okay. But like I went through a horrible, just in a nutshell, my parents had a custody case that lasted from age 2 to like 18, and they were just assholes to each other, and just a lot going on. And like school was like my safe place, and I looked up to my teachers the same way. And I still have teachers that I like. They let me do extra things, and a good teacher can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Really awesome, Cole.
So that's what I'm excited about getting back into.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
that's my life.
My heartstrings. Ooh.
I'm pretty excited. Not excited
exciting.
for the next week and a half and how much I literally have to get done
Oh,
Yeah.
in the next 11
You-
days.
How far out do you have to plan, though? Do you have to plan like a whole semester? Or do you plan like the first couple weeks?
A couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can like.
And then just
gradually-
keep up with it. Yeah,
Okay.
but.
So that's, I think when you package that, maybe mentally. It's
Yeah,
not as
the
bad.
more intimidating thing is that I'm walking into a totally empty classroom, and I have to make it look like a language arts classroom.
You got some fucking art
Jesus.
people right here.
True.
That's true.
My eyebrows just got real big.
I utilize you. I
It's the
think
whiskey.
the whiskey's making you a little.
If I was a teacher, I'm sorry, but my classroom would be like fucking bomb.com.
Yeah.
I
I'm
actually.
competitive too.
I'm gonna put up a picture of Jake the Snakeskin
That's it. Totally sterile
Jake the
classroom and just a
Snakeskin.
wallowing in the muck of avarice.
some wrestler who was big on coke just on the God damn it.
I actually considered at one time being an art teacher.
I did too.
You'd be a fantastic
I actually
teacher.
thought about that too.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Both
you.
of you have the personality.
You know what's weird though is like, so I was gonna mention this to you, Cole, because okay, so in high school, my parents I would teach people how to make jewelry. So it doesn't sound like really interesting, but like anyone off the street would come in, and I was really fucking good at it. Like I can connect with people and do that. Not the same thing as what you do, but like people would say like, be a teacher. I'm like, I would be an art teacher. They're always the first ones cut. I was like, 18-year-old mind was like, there's no fucking future in this.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it, but then I ended up in human resources, and part of what people think HR is like payroll, benefits, like all that shit, but actually in like my company, I'm in the talent section, and I was in this part, now I kind of moved into more of like the part, but there's like talent development is training, and so a lot of teachers who leave teaching or maybe are looking for something else will get into like talent development. So it's like either training on a process or a system, or what I want to do is like leadership development. And you're facilitating and you're building learning, so it has similar principles, maybe a little different. Like children would be different than the way like an adult learner or like you would do in a business setting.
Sure.
But it's all based on like similar models of education. And that's actually where I'm really super passionate. So like,
Cool.
I was going to tell you, like, if you ended up not finding something in a traditional school, another path you could go down that a lot of people don't realize exists is like talent development.
Yeah. Totally.
But that's what I want to get into. So I kind of got pushed a little in a different direction, but I want to go back to doing that.
Cool.
But I love it. There's a high about getting in front of a group of people and like, I don't know, that like, it's like being on stage and
You're
then you
talking
get done.
with a couple of wrestlers over here about getting in front of
But
people.
that's what I'm saying. Like I chased that high in my own job,
Yep.
and I got to do that recently, where like I got to facilitate discussions with leaders and like talk about their teams and how they're doing well and like get that going. And I got really good. And I get done and I come out and I'm like karate kicking, and because it's the best high, the best feeling of like getting them to realize something that they hadn't thought of.
Yeah.
I
totally
get it.
is.
That's cool.
I feel like teaching brings on like a different state of mind, because Molly was a preschool teacher at like a school close to us, and then I did like a thing where she just asked me to like show up and do like a seminar or something for her kids or whatever, and I showed up, and well it was like
You never told us this.
it was for my old job
Yeah.
for
That's
like the
fucking
pottery
cool.
thing, so we showed up and did it, and like when I saw her, she was like in like a completely different state of mind, where I was like, I didn't even recognize her. Like she had like a clipboard, like she had like her hair tied up with like a pen
It's
behind,
like
like
you're
a
a performer.
pencil behind her back, like pencil behind her ear, and she's like, okay, like she's like talking to me like I'm like the talent, where it's like, okay, yeah, so you guys gonna show up here and do this, like
But that's the mindset.
okay, I
It's
love
like
you, hi.
You, like
Like,
you're
it's like-
describing, you build out the learning. Like it's not like you just like walk in unprepared. You have to think the whole process through.
Yeah.
And then for me at least, it's like becoming almost like a character of myself. Like you turn on, like I get kind of nervous, and then it's like,
Yeah.
here I am, and here and da 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 da, and then you're
Yeah.
making jokes, and then
Yep.
you're like connecting the dots, and then you come down from it when it's a good experience, and you're like, holy fuck, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm the same way too. Anytime
being
like
a
I go to
performer.
perform, like I'm nervous before, but then as soon as like I'm on,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
and like then I'm all good, and then I come back and I'm like, whoo, you're like chasing
Yeah.
that high. Oh, it feels so
I kept
good.
asking you, like, did you? I was like, did you hear me? Just do that session. You're always like, yeah, I wasn't fucking listening. I was watching YouTube.
Why is that always my voice? First
And I
question.
would get so excited. I'm like, did you hear me? I was totally like, I hit like you fucking nail it. You nail it.
You
I don't
know I'm chasing two kids around
And
trying not
you're
to
doing it
shit on the
all
floor.
day. Like you have to be on with all
But-
day. So.
No, I just
Yeah.
love the
Every
idea
day.
of performance being like, so like me and Cole, we do wrestling and shit like that. I always see that as performance, where it's like we're in front of like a group of people that are clearly there to see performance, but then it's like, I guess in a way, teaching's also performance too.
Yeah,
So where it's like
you're facilitating.
like seeing that, like I never really like before that, never really thought of like teaching as a performance. I thought it was like teaching is teaching, but then seeing like someone in that state of mind that I'm in, where it's like I know that's not
Not
her,
her
and I,
mom.
like when I perform, it's not me. Like it's I don't know,
Like,
it's
I
really
bet if we
cool.
walked into
Yeah.
Cole's classroom, we would be at, like, you would see Teacher Cole, and it would be different than...
Oh yeah,
Totally.
Teacher Cole would be weird as shit.
Teacher Cole would be more like similar to Mr. Haven in the wrestling
Cool,
world.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
to have,
just
like,
because
multifacets of your personality.
I
that
mean,
you turn
we've
it
all
on.
had bad teachers. We've all had
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
teachers.
Yeah.
And the bad teachers, I would venture to say, most of surprise say, are the ones that stood at the front of the
They
room.
phone it in.
Yeah.
Monotone
Yeah, they don't give a
voice.
shit.
Yeah.
Wrote on the board. Here's your homework.
Usually teach
Do it."
math.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a
No,
I had a good
I
math
will
teacher.
actually I challenge you on that because in the interview that I had the other day with Michael, he asked like what kind of got you into teaching, and I always go back to a gentleman by the name of Brubaker.
Yes, that
Yes.
was the exact
Yeah.
same person I'm thinking of.
Because the driest subject in the world, pre-calculus, and then calculus.
Barf.
My junior and senior of high school. The driest
Woof.
subjects. Boring as shit.
We got it.
And I love
Bone
math.
dry.
Bone dry, as Stewie would say.
Bone dry.
Family Guy reference in every
God
episode,
damn,
right?
I hand fed him that.
He totally did.
Damn it.
So I always go back to Brubaker because he would jump up and down about calculus. Like it was the most exciting thing in the world. And it actually, like, when I think about teaching, I think about him because it's like, my God, if he can get so excited and into something about calculus, like, I can get into anything and teach kids.
Yeah.
Because, like, anything is more exciting than calculus.
I could not get into calculus.
But he could. He was jumping up and down and throwing shit in the air about calculus
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I did not have that.
he was a good
Yeah.
teacher. And that's the difference. Like, a bad teacher is a bad teacher, but
Yeah.
a good teacher you can
Yeah.
learn anything from.
Right.
Yeah,
He'll
that's- yeah, no.
energize anything.
That's like one of the things that I just love passion.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'll listen to anyone talk about something that I could give less of a fuck about passionately
Passionate.
Yeah.
all day.
Yep. Right.
Totally.
Yeah. It's that energy you feed on. Like, it's just, you pick, it like fills the room up. I
Yep.
did have a math teacher, I guess. I never had, see, math was my lowest subject. Like, I'm just not, I cannot visualize. I'm very visual. I can't visualize, like,
Oh, you should have came
invisible
earlier
numbers.
on Thursday's show. We did
Oh, I heard
legit
you, and I was
algebra.
like, I'm not fucking going in there. But I will say, in high school, I did have a math teacher.
Hashtag fifth tenant.
Lieutenant.
I didn't get better at math, but he outwardly, in front of the entire class, he pointed out that, like, just because I'm not good at math doesn't mean that, like, how did he say it? Like, the world needs people like me, not just, like, we shouldn't all fit in the same box. So it's okay that I'm not good at math because what I bring to the table, like, makes
Sure.
up what other people can't do.
Uh-huh.
But he said that in front of the class when I was really struggling, and it actually, that made an
Kinda-
impact. It really hit me, like,
Yeah.
it's okay I'm not good at math. Like, I'm trying, but I'm good at other stuff.
Once I
don't
got
know.
to like trigonometry, like I got to a point in my high
I
school
hate
career
math.
where
I
I'm just
hate
like, I will never use this again. And
Oh,
so like
yeah.
I zoned out
I just can't
and
do
like I it wasn't even like a requisite in my senior year that I had to take 4 years of math. So I didn't take any math my senior year, and like I am so glad I didn't because trig.
Yeah.
Once I got to that when I was a junior, I was so bad at
I
it.
probably couldn't even pass
I
it.
was so bad at it because I zoned out and didn't want to listen. I didn't
Yeah.
want to learn because I'm like, I'll never use this
Yeah.
in a real application. And so like
Oh,
I
you're
just
one of those kids.
yes, I
I'm the
was,
same
but
way.
I'm like,
I
what-
couldn't visualize
like,
how I'd ever.
maybe now I would pay attention, but then I'm like,
No, you
don't
wouldn't.
I don't want to do it. No, I honestly think like if I would learn it critically now, I would be more apt to learn than if I
Yeah.
was like in
Yeah.
high school and were
Alright.
like, I have to do this.
Okay.
And I didn't learn it when I was a junior. It was actually the lowest grade I've ever gotten
Yeah,
in
I'm-
any
Oh, yeah.
any report card ever. Like I probably got like a D in it.
I would say one of my greatest regrets is going to college right after high school, because
Not taking a gap year.
Interesting.
well, no, because it was like
I always think that too,
Yeah.
though.
once I because like my parents were super into like you got to go to college because if you don't go to college now you'll never go.
I think that's actually our whole generation.
Yeah,
Real,
and
really force fed.
Like I went into college for graphic design thinking that that's what I wanted to do, and then the minute I got on there I realized that's not what I wanted to do. But I was already in college, and so I was like I had to like grasp for like, okay, what do I do now? Like I can't leave I'm already going in
already
for the
here.
rest.
Already
I'm
been
already
here.
here. I'm already here. I'm already taking art classes that I'm failing miserably. So like
Oh shit.
so I got to a point where I had to like drop all of them and like change my major, and then it was like, well, I don't know what to do because I have no idea what to do outside of that. That was my only plan. So I just did the closest thing I could to just an easy degree, which was communications, and I did that.
Yeah.
So it's like now I have a degree that I have nothing to do with, but I have a degree.
I
And I'm-
often forget you have a degree in communications.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do with it
You
because I
podcast.
Is it a bachelor's degree or is it an
yeah, it's
associate's?
a bachelor's. Like I went into photography, but it's like I'm not passionate about photography that I would fucking go into photography because you need to fucking spend a shit ton of money
Yeah.
to start your own photography business.
Yeah.
And it's like I know like the basic principles on like SLR cameras and shit like that, but it's like I don't want to fucking do that for the rest
Right.
of my life.
Right.
So I have a degree, I just don't want to fucking I don't have nothing to use it for. Where it's like now like I'm in my 30s where it's like man I bet if I had like a year where it's like
You had to
if
work
I like
and-
if I sat back and I kind of figured what I wanted, like there was like I took like a random psychology class once and I was like, this is interesting, but there was like it's one of those things where it's like I never planned to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist,
Right.
so it was like I took it was cool, but I'm on this path, so I got to follow this, and now I'm failing, so now I got to do something else. Like it's but it was
Whoa, low point.
it's fucked. Like it's like rushing into like what you're supposed to do with the rest of your life.
I do think
After
it's
high school is so fucked.
Realistic expectation for most people, and actually, Troy and I like have talked about it with our own kids. Like, not to bring in the parenting, but like, I want our kids to have a job in high school, and I want them to know what it takes to make $1 and
Yeah.
to pay for things themselves, and to understand that because like my sister's 11 years younger than I am, and I coached her heavily because I had the same thing where like you get pushed into college and up until that point like you don't make a living, you don't really have to do much for yourself, and then you're supposed to know what you're going to do for 40 hours a week the rest of your life to
Right.
keep the lights on and to be a happy
Yeah.
person and like satisfied with your life. And things look really glamorous on paper, and then you also sign up for a lot of student loans for a lot of people, and that you don't
Right. Yeah.
understand how that will impact the rest of your life and your like way of living. Like your brother pays a fucking ton. He pays like more than our mortgage in just student loans for a long time. So like I coached
Well, like,
my sister
even-
on it.
Even like when I
Oh,
overheard like a
yeah.
conversation with you and your mom today, and you were like talking about like when
we
like
don't
your
agree on
sister
this.
has to start paying back her student loans. Of like she just graduated, so it's like in a couple months she has to start paying student
It's
loans
coming
back.
though.
And your mom's like, it's only $36,000, and I'm like, what the fuck? Only? You kidding
Yeah.
me?
I
I
think-
never had to pay that much
I-
back because
I-
I was smart and got grants and scholarships and all
I
that
never
shit.
had that help. My parents had very unrealistic expectations. My mom wanted me to go like Ivy League, which was not going to happen. And
But
my
for
dad,
what does that get you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
A
think it-
fancier piece of paper?
I
Like,
think-
who gives a shit?
You should be like a lawyer or something.
If you're going to be like
Yeah.
a lawyer, then that
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense. But like my mom has a very unrealistic, like elitist expectation, and my dad was like, "Well, fuck, I'm going to make you pay for everything down to your clothes and everything in high school." So I
Yeah.
had like helping me with nothing and overachieving
Like
on this
smothering,
side. Like
yeah.
I had no help, and so
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to finish college. Like I was a straight A student who knew I wanted to go into graphic design, and my funding dropped out, and I couldn't. I tried working full time and going for my bachelor's full time, and I physically like I could not do it. Like I couldn't afford it, and it was like it's the saddest thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh,
it's my
yeah.
biggest regret. So like when I'm at work and I'm working 3 times as hard to scrape my way up to even the position I'm in now, and feeling that imposter syndrome of like I don't have a bachelor's degree and like some bullshit degree that like nobody's using, but they
Right.
get paid more than me.
Right.
It's insulting. Like it's like heartbreaking. But I was able to coach my sister, and I kept telling her like, when you sign that fucking paper for a student loan, you will have to pay this. Like, this will be sometimes more than a mortgage payment.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll
you
have
may
this
not be
until
able to
you
have-
die.
You may not have a nice car.
Yeah.
You may not be able to, like, do nice things or have nice clothes. You will literally be paying your electric bill and your student loan bill and rent. And so, like, I kept pushing her, and, like, she ended up going for psychology, but she's not... I don't know. My mom still has this weird, like, expectation. She's like, well, like, my sister is 22, and she's in the military. She used the military to pay for school. She, through ROTC, which was really... She's very smart. Like, she has a good head on her shoulders, and I think it's because I, like, push her where I'm like, you don't need to work, and you don't need to do anything, and la 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 la. Not fucking reality. But, like, my sister is in a customer service job, and, like, I really think she thought she'd graduate and, like, just be handed a job. And I kept telling her, because my mom's like, oh, she could get a job in HR with a psychology degree. And then she asked me, she's like, how many people in your HR? Like, we have 40 people. Like, 0 have that fucking degree. And she goes, oh, shit. And then she's like, yeah, I don't really like working with people. And I'm like, then you don't want to be in fucking HR. And so, but that's my mom pushing her. And my mom's like, well, she's been so stressed with... So maybe she shouldn't work. She should just wait to go to her Army leadership thing and then come back. And I'm like... Her student loans are going to kick in. Who the fuck is going to pay for that? She's not paying for insurance. Like, get fucking real. She's 22. You are going to have to work hard. That was the whole point of going to college. Find something you want to fucking do. At least you're going to be a teacher and, like, you want to do it. But I think that was too much pressure. Like, at 18, unless you really know what you want to do, that's a lot of pressure on a kid who has lived with their parents.
Like, college needs to be built as something where it's like, when you know what you need to do, that's when you go into college.
That's a lot of pressure.
But it feels like the social norm is like, once you leave high school, then you go to college.
And
then you go into what you want.
schools. My school, like, did not push straight. And I wish they kind of would have.
I
wouldn't have done, not for me, but for other people.
Yeah. I'm planning.
They make a good living, like, being, like, a
like,
plumber. Or
like once Molly gets out of... She's going to college to be a teacher too, and if she finds a good job as a teacher,
awesome.
Once she finds a good job as a teacher, I'm going to a trade school.
Yeah, like,
because I can't wait to just go somewhere where it's like,
when we graduated, that wasn't something they were talking about. It was like, if you don't get a college degree, you're gonna be
if it
fucking
was
nothing.
at all, it was glanced at. Like, that was it.
It was glanced at, or it was like
Depending
presented
on
to
who you
like the
were.
people where it's like, oh, you're the problem students. You should
Yeah.
go to a trade school, where it's like they're probably making more than I am fucking right now.
Yeah, I feel like the counselors that we had when we
Very
were in
pushy.
school
Yeah.
were very not informative.
No,
Yeah.
mine
About
didn't help at all.
everything.
I didn't
fucking help me
even
at
know
all.
about it. Like, when I went to a meeting to go get a scholarship once, my counselor said, say it's for a trade school, but I was, like, going for graphic design, and it's like, I guess you can kind of, like, fake it that it's a trade, like being, like, artistic on this side, but it's not. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it kind of is, like, if you own your own business. But anyway, didn't get that scholarship regardless. I'm bad at interviews, I found out. Like, I just give away too much information.
I'm good at it.
And I just have, like, mouth diarrhea and just,
Yeah.
like, say, like, everything I shouldn't.
But like when I was working at my pottery job, whatever, like every once in a while some shit would go haywire, and he'd like call like an electrician, and they'd come in, and it's like, I kind of want your job. Like, you can travel wherever, and then like you just kind of like every once, like sometimes it's like an all day job, sometimes it's like this is loose, and then you
So-
fix it, and then you can charge like $50 for it. And
Yeah.
you're like,
So, like,
fuck, is an awesome job. That'd be
One
awesome.
of my really good friends, her husband, she's younger than us. Her husband is a plumber in our area, local area. He only works 4 days a week. He gets Fridays off. His insurance, including his wife, child, and himself, is paid 100%. Makes an awesome wage.
Yeah.
Gets a pension. And on Fridays, instead of taking that as a day off and have a 3-day weekend, he takes side jobs and can make up to $1,000 cash in one day.
Yeah.
Doing just side
Damn.
plumbing jobs for people.
Yeah.
And he's younger than us, and like she's like, oh yeah, we've never had to worry about like daycare or money. But she's like, and he does work hard. I mean, plumbing, you're dealing with like people's shit, but like
Yeah.
but like he knew he wanted to do
People's
that,
shit, who cares?
and that's the route he went. And like they're doing really fucking awesome, and they're under 30 with like a kid.
Well, like, even, so,
And I
like...
look at that and I'm like, fuck, man, just even have your insurance paid for your, like you were saying, like it'll cover you, but not.
Right.
His insurance covers everybody at 100%. He doesn't pay a single thing.
Yeah,
Holy
that's crazy.
shit!
But just
like,
think about it. Like, there's not a ton of people that want to do that stuff.
No, and
I
they're
think
aging
there's
out.
more people than you
now.
think, though.
I
Like,
don't know.
I don't know, because, like, if it was presented to me like that, like, I would like to
But that's
work.
how it was packaged. Like nobody was like.
Well, what I
"Here's an
mean
option."
is that there's not a lot of people that are actively doing it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I
Are
get
there people
that.
that want to do it? Yes, but
yeah.
it's not presented as like, hey, when you graduate and you're 18, go to this trade school and go do this
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's going to be fantastic and you're going to make such good money.
Yeah.
You
and
make fucking awesome money in the trades, and like
there
your
are people that
brother
are
did
interested.
it. Your brother pretty much
My brother-
made money by going to
My brother literally got
Community college.
paid to go to college for welding.
Yeah,
And, like, he has a degree in welding. His whole schooling was paid for.
Didn't
It,
have to, he
it was
finished
paid
2
for enough
years.
that it paid for his housing.
God.
Yeah, and he can. So he works for a towing company right now, and like works on engines and stuff. But like, if he wanted to, he technically could go work for like a John Deere, or like other.
Right.
And he just
Yeah.
doesn't. He's like, I don't want to do that. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, but you can make him. I mean, he can
Yeah.
make fucking.
He doesn't
money.
want to
Yeah.
work for, like, a company. He wants to work for himself doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
And, which I
so-
get that.
But
But,
one
like,
of the, yeah, that's one of those things
like,
where I wish I
shit.
knew. I wish I knew about cars because like a garage would be like a fun place to fucking work.
Yeah. Do your own thing. I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
interesting to see how it goes. But like, that's something I've talked to Troy about. Is like nobody really helped me look for schools. I had to do it myself. I had to pay all my own
Yeah.
admission fees, and like I think if I had had some more guidance, maybe it would have. I mean, I still would have gone for the same
Such
thing.
as a guidance
Yeah,
counselor
they
that
didn't
would
help
do
me
their
at all.
job.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even my parents,
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, I feel like my mom, like, my parents tried in their capacity, but like, it wasn't.
But are we, like,
helpful.
the generation, though, that, like, was that transition where,
Maybe.
like, we were expected to go to college and, like, our parents weren't. My dad was a farmer.
My mom waitressed,
And my mom was like a
and
ho-
paid
like
her
a
way
house
through
mom.
college. My mom has like has a master's and like 2 different. Like my mom has worked. She's a very intelligent. So like she had that, but like I just didn't have a lot of guidance at that. She has like champagne taste in schools, and I was saying, I know you can't help me pay for this, and I can't. I can't even afford 1 year. Like I can't go. So
Yeah.
I was unfortunately the realist.
Well, I know my parents. I know they had a vision of like it doesn't matter what you have a degree in, you have a degree. That's what they always
Yeah.
kind of put in me and my
It's
brother.
just interesting.
But
'cause
that's
every
what, like,
generation
what-
kind of puts that on the next one.
But that's, like,
Yeah.
what everybody is saying, like, when we were graduating, like, oh, you need to graduate and then you need to get a degree because
Like,
it's important.
I'm pretty sure my
I'm like,
mom even
is
phrased it. My mom even phrased it as like, "You'll never get a job if you don't have a degree." That's what she always told
Look
me.
at me now.
And then it's like, yeah, and then it's like now,
Fuck you.
and then it's like now, yeah,
I'm
now
the
we're
fucking
here.
breadwinner, and I don't have a degree,
Yeah.
bitch.
And
Yeah.
now we're here where it's like, fuck,
Little
man,
bit of
I'd
hard work.
probably be better off without a degree because I'm
Yeah.
paying all this fucking
No,
student
be
loan
grateful you have a
bullshit.
fucking degree.
But
Yeah,
really, though,
but I
like,
work at a fucking deli in a grocery store. I don't need a goddamn degree for that.
I get paid much less than my coworkers, and I know that because I'm in HR, and it's only because I don't have my degree. I know it, and I do probably 3 times the amount of work.
Yeah, but
It depends on the industry, but
Yeah.
like it is not a bad thing to have.
But to
Like,
be
you
put-
can give it to me, just cross
yeah,
your
it's
name
not a
out.
bad thing to have, but still at
Yeah.
the same time, like, I have a degree in graphic design. I originally went for animation. I didn't like my school, and I changed my degree to get out of there faster.
To be fair, your school's been sued in every state it had a presence in. It is
To be
now
fair, the
gone.
school doesn't even exist
It doesn't
anymore.
exist. It is
It really
gone.
burns me that I still have to pay student loans
Yeah.
because government that fucks me up, right?
You need to fill me in on this after the podcast.
I
is
will.
over.
I
love
can fill
it.
you in right now. I went to a college called Westwood College
No longer
You'll say the
available.
word of it. You'll say the name of that.
because it no longer exists.
No, it got sued in every major.
Really?
They went through. I know they went through our school and said, like, listen, we offer these programs here. One was graphic design.
They pitched it to me at
Yeah.
where we met, and it
Yeah.
sounded really appealing.
They have a
Turns
great
out
pitch.
They defrauded students because they were charging Ivy League prices, and like he taught himself out of the textbook. No one taught him that it was bullshit.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Schooling was bullshit.
So they said I could get a bachelor's degree in 3 years.
yeah, they oversold that.
Which sucks because you go year round. So you in the same time you would do a 4-year schooling, you do it in 3 because you have no summers off. Right?
Okay.
So you go through and you do that. I felt like some of the teachers there were competent. But otherwise, I was the best student in the class through my high school prep alone. Like, they had a lot of people there where I was far advanced. I tutored people in math there.
Wow.
And, like, but, so here's the thing that they did in my college. Like, if you wanted to opt out of the class, you can take this test to opt to the next class or opt out of it altogether. Like, but they would throw in, like, bullshit questions in there, and you had to pass with a 90%. And it was only, like a 20-question test. So if you got 2 wrong, you're at 90%. If you got 3 wrong, you're fail.
Oh, Jesus.
And, like, they are throwing, like, some weird, tricky questions in there. So I never took the test, but I probably, thinking about it now, could have opted out of it. Because I took, like, the Algebra 1 when I went in there. I took Algebra 1 in 8th fucking grade. So
Okay, why don't you brag a little
I
fucking
went in
harder?
there, and they,
Did
like...
your teacher have the gout?
No. Well,
My boss
No,
has
actually,
gout.
no.
We did Algebra 1 because
my
we did
college,
math this Thursday.
my college teacher had diabetes, have his leg amputated.
Holy shit!
Anyway, that's another fucking subject.
Dark turn.
But anyway, I took
Did
the
he have
math.
a peg leg like a pirate?
I took the math final. I did it in 10 minutes and just went home. Like, and I know other people were there probably for the whole class. I'm like,
Oh,
I went.
why don't you rub my
blah, blah,
face
blah,
in
blah,
the
blah,
piss?
threw it in.
Rub
I'm
my
like,
little
I'm going
face on
home.
the
See you later.
fucking carpet
But
of
anyway,
piss.
I went for animation is what I initially went in,
So
and
weird
I wanted
knowing
to
you.
animation.
Yeah, I don't know. Why
I wanted to learn like 2D animation and 3D animation because I thought like that was like gonna be like a good thing to learn for whatever. But anyway, I hated the school so much because I felt like I wasn't getting a decent amount of input into me. Like, I learned Photoshop and Illustrator by just fucking reading the book that they gave to me. I didn't learn anything from the teacher whatsoever. And yet I still felt like I excelled more than the rest of the class just because I fucked around in the program, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I have an associate's in graphic design, which I don't use at all. I'm not passionate about graphic design in general. I wanted to learn animation, and I really just want to draw. That's what I wanted to do. And I should have went to this other, like, it's a bit of a trade school that goes out of New Jersey, but I didn't want to move to fucking New Jersey to do it.
Yeah.
I know you offered, but I
did
didn't want to
offer.
do it. I
offered
didn't want to
to
do
do
it.
it.
But anyway, so here I am now working in a job that I don't really enjoy.
Oh, that's fine. Careful what you say. People listen to this.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, you got to pay bills. It's still a job. Like, it offers my family insurance. That's what fucked up about America! Anyway.
We're shooting here now.
Who would have thought that fucking tying your whole livelihood into a fucking job would be a bad idea when you got fucking insurance and all that other shit?
But
applied
I even
to it?
feel in that same well, like you were in like a shady fucking like academic institution. I went to one that was pretty like well respected, and they still fucked me over. I went 3 years not going full term because they told me I need more classes. After they told me all I needed was these classes.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that.
it was
You
like,
did get fucked over. I remember all.
yeah, it was
like,
legit.
didn't you graduate yet? No, I need like one more semester,
Yeah,
and then the
after-
next one.
after
no,
my-
I need one more semester.
I'm in gym class.
After my advisor told me this is all the classes I need and I took them, the next year I talked to my advisor talking about graduation for him to say, actually need these other classes. So I paid for another semester, which is more money on top of the classes you're supposed to take.
Right.
But then I wasn't full time, so then that was more money on top of that for like another 2 more semesters because they kept saying, "Oh no, another one. No, another
I
one."
remember that now.
Yeah.
And
I
it
made fun of you pretty
it
hard.
fucking pissed me off to the point where it's like, if I have kids, I'm gonna be like, make sure,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, now I'm super aware.
yeah,
for all of that stuff.
I'm not against like secondary education outside of high school, but I'm like, be wary because even a place
think we're
that's like
just gonna
well
be-
respected,
yeah.
like the place that I went, fucked me over so much that I'm still paying for shit that I should never have paid for.
Well, even that, even if you do graduate, you'll be paying for it for years.
That's
Yeah.
to make sure our kids are aware of, like, when you put your name on that paper, you have to understand how much money that is per month. Because
Yeah.
when you're 18, you're like, oh, sign my life away. I'm going to make $1 million.
Yeah.
Being a famous something or other.
And when
then
they
you
were,
realize, like,
and the
holy
thing was,
fuck.
when they were doing this to me, it was at a point where I knew I wasn't gonna do shit with it because I wanted to get this fucking over with.
That sucks.
Yeah, but you've already spent so much time there. You don't want to
Yeah.
leave with nothing.
Yeah.
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 So I just kept going, and now it's at a point where I'm like,
I'm
I'm.
success story over here.
I don't know if I go that far. I still got
Fucking
a
degree.
I got a solid 21,000 I got to pay back, I think, yet.
Yeah.
So.
Really, I just got mine under 4,000.
Oh my god, you dog.
Yeah, I know.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
I want to pay mine off. Like we have the ability to pay ours off, like mine off right now. But we have other things to pay with. But like, I'm gonna be so glad when those are gone.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
And now I want to go back to school, so.
Huh.
So here we
God.
go again.
But
Here we
you're
go,
at a point in your
baby.
life now where like you can get a ton of grants and stuff
Yeah.
for those.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you will get some. I'm saying that is
Oh!
the stipulation.
But no, like, so like Molly, she went to school originally for another form of education, and then she got to a point where she couldn't afford it anymore, and now she's at a point where like she knows what to do, what she wants to do, and then she's going into it where I'm like, fuck, like that's kind of what I should like, maybe even like go like 2 years, cut yourself off, what I want to do, and then go back the next, like trying to figure out what you want to do from there, because it's like she knew what she wanted to do, but not completely sure. But now she has the credits for that. Plus, now I know. Now she knows what to do, what she wants to do, and now work from there.
That's a game changer.
Like it's,
You know what you want to do.
but it's like, God, that fucking mentality of like you need to fucking have a degree, otherwise you're nothing. It's,
Right.
It like
That's
pisses me off
bullshit.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think-
that is one thing that, not to get back on my teaching, but that is one thing that I did teach even when I was at my previous school, is because I taught a careers class, 7th grade
Sure.
careers, and I did
7th grade.
in 7th
careers.
grade.
What career can you have in 7th grade?
What career can you have? Picking up cans on the side of the road.
Ah,
So I did preach to them about how
yeah, that's a COVID
college
job.
is not for everybody.
That's
That's
a
good.
COVID
And
job.
I feel like I turned some years in that class. I mean, it's 7th grade, so they still
Yeah.
have 5 more years of actual like primary school to go through. But I preach to them that not everybody has to go to college. It's kind of like what we're talking about right now. Like
Yeah.
it's fine if you want to go to a trade school.
Yep.
It's fine if you don't want to do any of that and
Yeah.
you want to finish up school and go work at the Buckle at the mall. Like.
Right.
That's totally fine if you
Right.
want to take your time and figure out what you want.
Yeah.
Some people don't ever want to go to a college or a trade school. I don't
Right.
think you need to.
No. I
And,
don't-
and in the way that
But I think
America's
you have to,
built,
to know that though. Like
Right.
I think it's not for everybody, but you also have to know how hard you have to work
yep.
in some of those other areas.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put anybody down, but like the world needs garbage men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the world needs the people that are going to pick up your garbage.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
The world needs people that are going to work at the mobile gas station.
Yeah.
Like, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Somebody
Yeah.
wants to work 2 part-time jobs and make a living that way.
Right.
Like, you don't have to go to college
Would
and
you tell
spend.
would you tell your own kids that?
I would. I
That's what I
absolutely
was
would.
thinking is interesting as a parent is like
Yeah.
you start thinking about.
Why don't you get in that mic?
But
back in the mic?
That's the thing. Like I would too. Like even like after everything I went through, like my parents even like I think even my mom pulled me aside one time and she was like, "We kind of fucked up when we told you to go to college,"
Oh.
and I was like, "All
You
right."
did fuck up, Mom. You fuck up.
No, but like the fact that like she like
Mom is the
admonished.
sweetest. If you said that, I would be.
Like the fact,
Yeah.
the fact that she admonished it, like I kind of
Go back.
appreciated it because it was like I even kind of felt like betrayed when I was going to college. Like I'm like being pushed into something that I didn't really want to be in for something that I don't even know what I'm gonna do with. And then every time I like tried to like talk to them about it, they were just like, "Well, just keep going because you need it." And
yeah.
then-
yeah.
but-
No. But
Yeah.
that's what we like. That's like what we were told.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
like everything that our parents were told. Like, you need this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I guess, but like, we don't also have any alternatives. It's like,
Yeah.
you need this alone. It's like, for what? Like, now knowing like the world how it works, telling our kids, like, yeah, you can go to college if you feel passionate about this to get this. But there's also these other alternatives out there that, I'm not saying, like, they need to, like, I'm going to go be an actor or whatever, because I'm like, oh, that would freak me the fuck out. But if you feel like you are great for it, I'm behind you 100%.
Yeah.
But
I think that's a mentality that I want to take with our own family, though, is like, I want to expose them to as many experiences as I can and have them meet people. And I actually listened to, I can't remember what it was, but there was something where they were talking about how, like, they had their kids talk to them about, like, what they're inspired by and, like, write to people. And they had their kids, like, pick out people to look up to and to start researching and, like, to talk to them early on and say, like, what do you do? And kind of like that interview sense of, like, a better understanding outside of, like, a textbook.
That's
Yeah.
a really cool idea.
Yeah, and giving their kids an opportunity to say, like, okay, you want to do a graphic design? We're going to call a local place and see if they'll just talk to you. And, like, giving them the opportunity to see, like, a real world example, and also support them in, like, okay, you want to look at schools? We're going to look at the one that's going to be the most economical and give you what you need and not have some, like, bullshit.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a little bit more of an investment of time to
Yeah.
help them learn about it before they go and make that. But also the expectation that they need to get a job. They don't have to support themselves fully like my fucking dad did, but, like, they don't need to buy all their own clothes. But
Fucking
no,
dads.
but my dad did instill, like, honestly, he did instill that in me, that, like, a shirt at the mall that I want, like, if you get that paid for you all the time, you don't have an appreciation. Or, like, a brand new car, you don't. The kids who had the brand new cars in high school were the kids who fucking, like, got in a car wreck right away, because they did not give a shit about what they had, because they did not pay for it. They did not know how hard somebody had to work to get that. And so I had a little rust bucket, and I cared for that car like it was my baby, and because I paid for it with what little money I had. And I think when you have that appreciation of, like, A, this is what it costs, this is how hard I have to work to make that dollar, and B, like, I want to be happy when I do it, hopefully they would make a better decision.
Now, my grandpa
Hopes.
paid for my 94 Grand Prix.
Oh,
my dad also paid for my first car as well.
I'm
but
not-
he's like-
Bonneville?
Okay.
The
I'm not-
Bonneville,
I'm
yeah.
not-
Oh my god, I remember the Bonneville.
Everyone
saying
remembers
that,
the Bonneville.
But you all know somebody whose parents bought them a brand new
Oh, totally,
vehicle. And
yeah.
those were the shithead kids who were, like, fucking stupid about it and either trashed the car or got in a car accident.
Yep. I got in a car accident my first day driving because I went and spent my
You
$450 that I had in my checking account on a brand new camera to film our wrestling in my mom's basement.
God damn it.
With our friends Lane and Ty, and on our way back after spending all my money on this brand new camera, I took a gravel road and took it a little too fast around the corner.
Too excited about that
And
camera.
went right into the ditch
Oh,
and put a
shit.
big old crack in my mom's front fender.
oh
All right,
no.
well, there's
Yep.
still shit like that.
And I went home and cried to my mom and said, I'm never driving again, Mom! I'm never gonna drive again!
Oh my
It
god.
took me 2 weeks before I drove again.
Oh well,
Yeah.
my kids will not have a brand new car. So.
My first day driving, I cut off a semi and almost killed Troy.
Yeah, I remember that day. I remember that every time I turned into my mom's house.
Was it a broken horn that he honked at you with that went, wee wah?
That is not what semi sound like. God damn it. Wee wonk is not what a semi sounds like.
I was so
Who taught you that? Is that what you think it's a wink wonk, wink wonk? It's like a fucking donkey.
I really pissed you off with that,
No!
didn't I?
I just want to know where it was born. Wink wonk?
Finley Hospital.
There it is. But I'll.
this conversation was way deeper than I thought it'd be for us being very drunk right now.
Oh my god, I am so drunk.
Guys, I hope we educated the youth.
We educated
The
everyone in
youths.
education.
Yeah.
Everyone that's also in our situation.
And in 2 weeks, I will educate youth, but not
That's
drunk.
very. Cheers to you.
Educate
That's awesome.
on education of the situation of our
Ooh.
youth.
Ooh, I
Wow.
like it.
Youth
Now
of a
I'm
nation.
now I'm rapping. Cole.
Oh, man. Man of the hour. Remember the power to shoot sour over here.
God damn it.
Grab another beer.
I think
No, I
there's
think
one
that's very
left.
cool.
Oh!
One left. Oh shit.
You want
We'll drink
cream or a natty light?
I'm taking the natty light, I guess.
Sip on that half and half. I saw your lips touch.
Give me a
Cole.
sipple
Now
of
I'm
that
questioning.
half and half.
They did. My lips did
You
touch.
drank half and
cream.
half. I don't
I did.
remember why, but
Our friend Ty used to drink full bottles of half and half. Like
Quarts.
Full quarts
For
Oh,
fun?
half and half.
Just like a normal thing?
He would come to my house after getting off at his work at the store that he used to work at and bring a full quart.
It was so gross.
Of half
It was
and half.
disgusting.
I'd watch him do it too.
I'm not gonna lie, I
And
probably
I
do
don't
it.
even know why.
Well, then on other nights he would bring an entire chocolate French silk pie
Oh yeah.
with a spoon and eat the whole goddamn thing.
And he's super fit.
He was.
Let's preface with the fact that he's like
No, he still is.
does not look like somebody who eats.
I
and
feel
drinks
like he
half
was
and half.
way more. I feel like he was way jacked in high school.
Okay,
was.
Like
so
he's healthy now.
He was.
wait,
fucking
dodgeball Tyler.
Yep.
He has told me that he could not work out for the last 3 months. He's still fit as fuck right now.
Yeah. He's
And
got,
I'm
Oh,
like,
I know because he does
so
the
what if
intermittent
he-
fasting.
he's got a tight
Oh
ass.
Jesus.
I mean, if we're gonna go.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Okay, all right.
Here we
Nelson,
go.
take the floor.
See?
Ollie
Danger
Pop
over
agrees
here.
with me.
He's got a good
Wait,
caboose.
what? Okay, well, I want to wake her up and talk about this.
Bullshit.
He's got a great caboose. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
that right
A
now.
nice
Yeah.
caboose. And
But I
Yeah.
feel like in
very broad shoulders. I mean, if you're gonna
listen,
go
maybe
down
if
this
he
path.
listens to this, I'm gonna throw shade at him right now. He was more fit in high school. Just throwing it out
Weren't we
there.
all?
Oh my God.
I was
He
more fit
has
in
told
high
me that he
school.
listens to the Shootin' the Shits.
Oh.
He. I feel like he
Tyler,
could put up
you
more in
look
high
fucking
school
great.
than he could
Just-
now.
Tyler, if you
he's
listen to
fit
this
right now.
Tyler, if you listen to this, I know you were listening to this.
I
You're
know.
still pretty
I
bad.
know he wasn't right.
Listen,
You know what,
he's-
Tyler? I wrestle you this Saturday, and I'm gonna slap you in the fucking mouth.
This comes out Monday.
I love how you say that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
wrestle
two days
you.
ago, I smacked you in the fucking mouth.
What does that have to do with him being fit?
Because he's a bitch.
Oh,
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
okay. I was
Because
way
he's more fit than I am,
I can't
damn
make
it.
fun of him.
Tyler,
He's got
much
nice
like
shoulders.
Chelsea, you're a piece of ass.
Wait, he's gonna hear
Yeah,
that I,
I
said
mean,
he's a
obviously
nice
he's
ass?
delectable. That's
Right.
not
Yeah.
even in the.
I
that's not
guarantee
even
you,
in the
just link up next to me in whatever bar we're in like 2 years from now when
Christ.
COVID's fucking over and be like, heard you said I have a nice ass.
You
Do
putting
you
the
want to
words
see it?
Tyler, Slink, and Bar together is the most appropriate thing I've heard all
He's
night.
gonna slink up. He's gonna put his arm around me like he always does.
I think he only
with a drink in
slinks
the
at
other
bars.
And then he's gonna talk about how I mentioned how he's a nice ass and broad shoulders, and I'm gonna be like, it's true, and please buy me a drink.
You know what's fucked up? He was also a teacher.
Yeah. For 10
This is
years.
coming full circle.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
Him and I have swapped positions.
I am
Yeah.
so sad
I
he
am about to
quit.
be the tight ass, broad shouldered teacher.
That's his ass cheeks is tightening as he becomes
That's
a
me.
teacher.
Yep, they just tightened.
I was really sad to hear that Tyler left teaching to go work in a
I'm
factory.
not.
I am because it just seems sad.
He was burnt out.
I'm not. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying.
Like,
I
like
find it
much like
sad
what we
when I
talked
go
about
teaching.
tonight. It's a matter of finding what you want to do.
He makes that fucking sweet eBay money though. So
He does.
mean-
He's
Yeah.
a buyer and a seller of gods.
of like weird '80s enema bags.
Sells
He
gods.
sells gods. He's a god.
Okay.
wrestling
Somebody
figures?
has a man
Yes.
crush on Tyler.
Well, he's trying to coach me in this buying and selling. So.
Oh, okay. That's where
Yes.
it's coming from.
I do have a sweet Powers of Pain t-shirt I just bought on eBay the other day. I'll be
Damn
debuting
it.
that at the show.
I want Tyler to teach me how to sell on eBay.
My grammar was so
I
off on
love.
I love that we're
That-
talking about things that happened 2 days ago.
that. I'm so drunk.
Oh, damn it.
Also hungry. I want a Nutella sandwich.
That is very unhealthy.
A new.
I'm just
a
gonna
sounds
new
say,
good, though.
but isn't Nutella like 2 million calories because it's just chocolate and hazelnuts?
Okay.
Well, yes, but
It's just straight liquid sugar
Wait,
that's
it's-
brown.
How do you eat it? Just like Nutella and bread?
Nutella and peanut butter.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
the driest
fucking
goddamn
amazing.
sandwich.
Oh
in
my
the
god,
world.
I
like-
needed milk just hearing that.
So funny side story. So for breakfast every
God.
morning, I usually eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, just
Uh-huh.
'cause it's easy.
That's
Yeah.
a good. Yeah.
And then,
You toast it?
well, no, I don't toast it.
Oh my god, live on the wild side and toast
should.
Yeah,
it.
Toast
because
that bread,
then the
it'll
peanut butter
change
your
kind of
life.
like
But
melts.
I was talking to Molly afterwards, like,
amateur.
you should find like a way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich where it does like the jelly doesn't get stuck in your beer, because that's my thing. Like I get peanut butter and
It's a
jelly
quirk,
stuck in my
yeah.
beard
Wait,
when I'm
but
eating
do
it.
you
You do have a
just
pretty
eat-
wide
okay.
beard.
And then
Are
she's
you one of those fuckers who just eats straight into the sandwich so it makes like a Joker smile? Is that
Well,
what it's in your fucking
how
beard?
else do you get a peanut butter and jelly
I don't know.
sandwich?
Eat the corners. Like,
Cut it in
like
half,
these-
Eat the
dick.
corners.
Yeah, I don't know. Eat like a grown up.
Well, anyways,
fucking
Cut it in
beard.
triangles.
I said
Exactly.
this to Molly, and she was like, "Well,
Marriage
maybe that's
marriage
not a
off.
problem because peanut butter and jellies are made for fucking kids." And I was like,
Ouch.
I
That's what
mean,
Molly said?
sure- yeah.
Oh, fuck Molly.
Oh, wait a minute.
No,
Peanut butter and jelly is amazing.
No. Love your fiance. She's a great woman. No. Peanut
But
butter and
fuck
jellies.
her.
Dude,
You can eat them any time of day.
Yes.
they're so good.
With like
They're
some
so easy to
raspberry
make.
jam.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
No, I'm strawberry.
Molly, we got heat right now. We got
Oh
heat.
For
no.
Yeah.
fucking kids, Joel. Don't just pick it up like a 5-year-old and eat straight in. Cut it in half.
I don't want to cut that shit in half.
It takes 5 seconds. You
Cut it
fucking
in triangles,
mongrel.
you dick.
All right, okay, I'm gonna cut it in half next time. If I cut it in half and I still
Sorry.
get peanut butter and jelly in my beard, I'm coming to your house.
Open your mouth
All right.
wider.
and I'm gonna
Question.
fucking kill you.
Question for the group.
Asshole.
Answer.
When I say cut a sandwich in half, do you cut it in triangles or rectangles?
Triangles.
Triangles. I cut it in triangles because that's how we do it in the pig.
Chelsea, I know you're.
Depends on how fancy I feel.
Oh.
When you cut a sandwich in
minute.
triangle, like half, it just feels fancier, right?
Yep.
But sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, and I just go right down the middle, and I'm
I mean, I've had those days too, but it's normally
I'm both.
triangles.
yeah, triangle.
Okay.
Triangles is the
All
kids'
right.
way.
Okay.
It's the kids' way.
But not like 4 triangles, just 2.
Just 2.
Okay, making sure.
4 triangles.
I'll do 4 on
You
request.
do the X on the corners.
You do the
Like
axis.
pizza style?
Like
Yeah, like
axis.
pizza style. Yes, like pizza,
Pizza
style.
time.
Yeah, Joel.
If I take it down to your level, yes, pizza
style. Fucker. No wonder it gets in your beard.
4 on
Beard?
request.
How much do you get in your beard that this is an issue for you?
Like, okay,
Like,
so
you can't use a damp napkin and wipe it off.
Just cut your damn
what I
beard,
do-
you Viking.
what I do is I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then I lay
Straight
in
to
bed
the
and we watch TV together. I can't grab a napkin from my bed.
Wow.
Just use a
You
pillowcase.
eat your peanut butter and jelly in bed.
I'll use my
God.
I'll use my
How
30-year-old bed spread.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
no.
This is a new wrinkle
No,
you've
no,
thrown
no,
in
no,
this.
no,
You
no,
eat
no.
it in bed.
Okay. Peter,
All right.
Don't even. He's trying to distract us with your bad joke.
What?
Your
Okay.
30-year-old loose bed sheets have got to have the most crumbs on them.
Wait, you wake up in the morning to
All
make a
right.
peanut butter and jelly that
I don't
you
want to throw Molly
cut.
under the bus, but this is
You-
her whole thing. She
No.
loves eating in bed for some reason.
Oh.
I'm not
Oh
a fan.
my
Okay.
god.
I am
Molly.
not a
I
fan
feel
because
like we could go for an hour more.
for
on
some
this.
reason, because I'm heavier, so all the crumbs go to my side after we eat.
This is not a thing.
I get
Anyway.
super pissed.
Why do you eat in bed?
I don't want to.
Get the food
she always
out of the
brings
bed.
it up. She's like, it gets to a point where she gets off late at work. We make dinner, and then she's like, "Let's go eat in bed." And I'm
Let's
like,
make
"I don't
love
want to
and
eat in
eat
bed because I'm the heavier of the two, so the crumbs are gonna roll to my
You're
side."
more gravity.
Bullshit is
It's a
here.
thing. It's a thing.
I'm the heavier of the two.
I legit, for some reason, I roll in crumbs all night.
Is wild.
Yeah.
I roll in crumbs. If we eat in bed, I roll in crumbs all
This
night. I get
is
super pissed.
insane.
Maybe
I'm
you
tired.
have- no,
I've
maybe
never
you
heard
have
this
more
type of
crumbs
fucking insanity.
because you eat a sandwich like a fucking madman.
Not just that. If we
You
eat
know the
dinner in
paper
bed-
plates.
I don't know, a fucking napkin.
We do get like we'll have like we eat pizza. We have it on the fucking like.
You eat pizza in bed?
You are a monster.
Put a tarp down.
It pisses me off too. I'm not a fan.
Grow some fucking balls and go eat on the couch.
That's what I bring up.
Take it outside.
Whoa. You bring up, just get your ass, your heavier ass.
I need
as you put
to
it,
grow.
off your fucking bed and go, I'm gonna eat on the couch or at the table. That's it.
Hey,
That's
Joel,
all.
We got it.
inside your shorts, you got a thing called a pair of balls.
I got a Peter that kills it, so I'm gonna fucking.
Oh my god, you bring it up? You are complicit to this.
Look.
No.
I'm like fucking.
You
What's his
are
name?
unearthed, just a
Here's how it
fucking-
sounds every night. Hey, honey, can we maybe not eat our peanut butter and jellies in bed tonight?
I'm
swimming in
you
your
want to
not
cover
eating
me
peanut
in
butter and
crumbs?
jellies in
Yeah,
bed.
Sure, yeah, I know I'm heavier, so the crumbs are gonna roll to me. So you can just cover me in your crumbs. I'm cool with it. It's okay.
I'm a fat fucking Crumbs.
Shivering,
We get it.
Eating my
We
sandwich
got
like a
fucking
fucking mongrel.
salacious crumb over here.
And you're eating your sandwich.
That's right.
You just eat straight in like the fucking Joker.
What?
What the fuck is going on?
And you're gonna have
Don't eat in bed. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, what's gonna
fucking
happen when you
shit's
have a
fucked.
baby? What are you guys gonna do to that kid?
Your house is bedlam.
Yeah.
It is fucking
Plus, we got two
insane.
dogs laying in the bed too. What? Probably fucking. They're probably fucking eating the shit too.
Are they eating the leftovers while you're sitting there?
Well,
Answer me.
I'm not. Our one dog licks my foot throughout the night, which fucking pisses me off.
Licks your foot throughout the night?
Yeah, like he'll wake up and then just gets bored and licks the foot.
You
The
can
shit
see
sucks.
Joel so tense right now. Look at him. He's in a defensive stance.
He's worried about his upcoming match.
I'm almost crushing my natter day.
You're gonna spill drops. You're gonna spill drops, and you might be the heaviest one.
Guys,
Continue.
I'm happy, but I'm in hell.
But you just go sit in the living room.
This is the best part of this whole show.
How often do you wash your sheets?
We wash them enough.
Years.
No wonder they're so loose.
I got my 30-year-old sheet. Never, I haven't washed them in 30 years.
Oh, that we need to wrap up the show. That's
Oh
the
my
best
God.
part of the show. It's not going to get any
I
better.
just can't even right now.
That was outstanding.
Guys, don't eat dinner in bed.
I did not even eat in bed
Especially if you're
after having
heavier.
a C-section major surgery.
Oh my god.
So,
I literally was like cut open, and after having a baby, and I did
you
not
got
eat
up
in
and
bed.
sat at a table after having a C-section?
Candlelight.
Like a
At candlelight?
no, like a couch maybe, coffee table, kitchen table. I don't know. You have chairs. You have those fucking cheetah print chairs you drug out of the garbage in the rain.
Well,
the
one
other
of them
day.
is used in her art room. The other one, I don't know. It's at the. We don't use the kitchen table. It's full of
You
shit.
have a fucking couch.
Does it have
We're
some jelly
hoarders.
on it? Does it?
What?
Does it have jelly on it?
It has. I spread it full of jelly.
Do you
Oh,
like, do you
I-
dust the crumbs off before you go to bed?
No, I slather them in jelly,
Oh,
and then I
you
roll
lay
around in them.
Oh my god.
All right.
Can't wait till the next shooting the shit.
We're wrapping up the show.
He's gonna haunt me.
The idea I had for the next few Monday shows was
yeah.
I was gonna bring it up. I suggest we do the Rambo franchise.
Ugh.
All right.
I guess it didn't go over as hot as I thought just now.
Jesus.
But anyway, First Blood I think is great. You guys can knock it if you want.
No, I'm game.
We don't
I'm good for it too.
I'm
for
game.
Mondays.
But there's no theme? You just pick Rambo? Slow?
There's like 5 movies, isn't there?
Yeah, Rambo.
There's like, what? Yeah, there's 5 movies.
That takes us through Sexy September.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Sexy. So, what are we gonna do for September, Cole?
I'm only here for the
All
fucking
kinds of
crumbs
sexy
in bed,
movies.
okay? I'm only here for whatever the fuck happened.
All right.
at the
What if we
end
do
of this
for
episode.
September? We just pick. If Cole
Joel's
picks a bunch of
asshole
sexy
is
movies.
so tight right now. Look at him. He's like, anything to get me out of this crumbs.
No, I don't give a
What's
shit.
that one with Jesse from Saved by the Bell?
Crumbgate 2020.
Showgirls.
Yeah, Showgirls.
yeah.
Sexy
That's like.
September.
I think that's on Amazon Prime for free.
That's a bad
Yeah.
movie. That's a bad movie.
Or she gets violently fucked in a pool.
Oh my
Sexy
God.
September.
I don't remember that
Sounds
part.
sexy.
What?
But I like Rambo. I do. I like
All right.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Send us your sexy movies for September.
Yeah, until then deal with Rambo, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the best. Ugh.
Also, I don't sleep in crumbs.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Wink.
if people
What was the thing the semi says? Wink, blink.
Wink,
Fuck.
wah.
Wink, wonk. Yeah. he was
Wink
like,
wonk. I
Wink,
don't,
wonk.
I don't sleep in crumbs. Wink wonk.
well, if people do want to talk with breadcrumbs with anybody, how about where can they talk with you?
Oh my god, just kill me.
Oh, fuck me. I'm a Bucky for on Twitter, Bucky for on Instagram, Bucky on Snapchat.
Cole, where can they find you?
Oh, please hit me up in Coach Havens on Twitter.
See Danger, can they find you anywhere?
Check me out at Charm Type Pod on Twitter. That's mostly all Troy.
That's also mostly
Yeah.
me.
But listen to our other show, and please tell Troy to stop censoring me. Please. This is like a cry for help that hopefully someone will notice.
You can find me at Troy to the
Sounds
Max
worse than breadcrumbs.
on Twitter.
Oh, it does not sound worse than fucking breadcrumbs, but I just want to say the fuck word on air.
You can find both me and
You
JT.
are sleeping in pizza.
Review pod on Twitter. I'm just keep talking through this.
Pizza JT.
All of our episodes are uploaded onto reviewpod.podbean.com
Peanut
as
butter
well
in
as
your
almost
bed?
every other podcasting platform there is.
Peanut butter and jelly.
If you want to write into the show, you can do that at
She also works at a
reviewpod
restaurant.
at
Are you eating like
at
fucking pasta
gmail.com.
in your bed?
No.
And pizza
I got
and like
distracted.
bread?
That's
No
going to be
one's
the
hearing
show.
any of the plugs.
Join us next time
I
on
don't
Thursday.
give a fuck. What are you
We're gonna be
fucking
doing the
eating in
movie
bed, you
Accepted.
fucking monster.
And you
I
can
can't wait to
write
talk about
in,
Accepted.
and do the turn of random movies where it's going to be Hook versus
Seriously.
Casper.
Hook versus
Piss the
Casper,
sheets at this
Chelsea.
point. I
Join
mean,
us next Monday.
Chelsea, it's Hook versus
Maybe
Casper.
we'll be doing First Blood.
fucking Crumbgate, you bitch. Crumbgate
That's the
2020.
show.
It's not that bad.
That's why your
everyone,
ass is so tight
hope
right
everyone
now.
enjoyed.
You know it's bad.
We're all going to go to bed now.
I need to go to sleep.
I've been Troy to the Max Extreme.
Fuck
Pray.
this.
You better pray Molly doesn't hear this.
I'm Coach Havens.
And he sleeps with 2 dogs. Okay? 2 dogs and Crumbs.
We're off.
Get the fuck out of here.